if I tell everyone to...
I just drank thank you for
Okay. Hi. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning. If I could please ask you to take your seats. There should be enough chairs for everyone. We're going to get started. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we're going to get started in just a minute.
Wow, what an amazing start to the day. Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you to all of the dancers and the Eagle Heart drummers and singers and company for helping us open this event today. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to the grand opening of Humber's Indigenous cultural markers at our beautiful Lakeshore campus. My name's Chris Whitaker. I'm the president of Humber College, and I'm honored to serve as the Master of Ceremonies today. To begin, I'd like to invite Shelley Charles, our Dean of Indigenous Education and Engagement, to share a traditional land acknowledgement. Shelley? Oh, there you are.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning, everyone. Ani Bojo, Sego, Mendal ko Indigenous cause Muskanoja and Dodem, Nijomade Gagage, Nishnabe Koendao, Mishomasonic, no commissiononic, Ambe Maja Dan Angomagijaga Onadamadis, Onadamashin. Minwani Win Danamak Nodan and Waban Jawan. Ningabi Minwaki Wadnung or Shkabe was some of the Biosh Quandeming, Onadamadis, Onadamashin. Gijemane Domiguechko, Kinegego Gamijien. Gegekinoe Mana Ke Gajin Dayan Widokoshin Minwak Kinoe Mashin Nake Gajin Dayan Nikanagana. Those first words that were sent up were in my first language, Ojibwe. And whenever we do something important, like the work that we're doing today in opening up our cultural markers, we acknowledge the spirit, the creator, who we know as Gije Manedo, that kind spirit. And we do that with our voice, with our tobacco, with our smudge. And for those of us who are able to do that at this time in our first language. So I wanted to share that with you and also acknowledge the land that Humber sits on today. We know this land as Gabeganung, and we also identify with the Humber River, and how she connects with the Humber waterways system up north to the Lake Simcoe region, and also to the northwest to the Georgian Bay region. The jingle dress dancers were brought in this morning to represent the healing of water. And I personally found it very moving this morning to have all of you witness our special guests, all of our faculty, students, and senior administration, because this is the very core of the teaching of the Anishinaabe people and the worldview, is that for any new beginning of something so special as today, and the permanent acknowledgement of the land markers that you'll see later, we call our jingle dress dancers to help us do that work. And in representing the water, but also the spirit of Anishinaabe Kwe, Gije Manedo. So I wanted to say miigwech and thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shelley. And also I want to congratulate you on your recent appointment as the first Dean of Indigenous Education and Engagement at Humber. So congratulations. I'm proud of the tremendous work that has been accomplished by all of the internal and external teams and individuals who brought this project to fruition. With the signing of the Okanagan Charter a few weeks ago, and now the unveiling of the Indigenous cultural markers, significant initiatives related to our new strategic plan here at Humber have started to take shape, and there's more to come. It's particularly special to have this grand opening event in November, which is Indigenous Education Month. Much of the work we do focuses on improving educational opportunities for Indigenous students. The Indigenous cultural marker installations are an innovative step towards our commitment to Indigenous education and community engagement. These markers will also advance cross-cultural engagement, mutual respect, and understanding of the Indigenous histories and worldview across Humber College. We have an exciting program for you this morning where you'll learn more about this project from some of our key partners. At this point, I'd also like to recognize a few people in the room, particularly Deborah Richardson, the Deputy Minister of Indigenous Affairs. Deborah, welcome. You can clap, yeah, welcome. And I also want to recognize Bob Goulet, who is here, and he's a member of the Humber Board of Governors. So Bob, welcome. His voice was added to those of our singers this morning. Well done, Bob. And now I have the distinct honor of introducing our next speaker, the Honourable Elizabeth Dowdeswell, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. The Honourable Elizabeth Dowdeswell was appointed Ontario's 29th Lieutenant Governor in 2014, following a distinguished public service career. As Lieutenant Governor, her mandate focuses on Ontario in the world and sustainability, including its three interrelated components: environmental stewardship, inclusive economic prosperity, and innovation, and social and cultural inclusion. Please join me in welcoming the Honourable Elizabeth Dowdeswell, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario.
Distinguished guests, friends, mes chers amis, good morning, bonjour, bonjour, wache, gwegwe, bonjour, sego, sekole, and skeno, and there are probably many others that I have missed. This is a wonderful opportunity, and I begin by thanking the drummers and the dancers. It's a good way for us to begin these celebrations today, so thank you for that. This is also a week that is of particular importance to the Crown. It's Treaty Recognition Week, and so it's a wonderful opportunity to have the chance to do something that is so very special. Because today we celebrate something that is not only important, but it's also new. These cultural markers are impressive works of art and design, and they bring beauty and grace to this campus. But we're also celebrating something that is ancient and enduring, because these markers permanently signify the historic and evolving presence of Indigenous peoples on these lands. They are a testament to traditional knowledge and practices that have existed here since time immemorial. And as you'll see, it was a time of the Great Migration. I was first made aware of these markers earlier this year in Venice, when I was so fortunate to be able to be with the people who were Canada's entry into the Venice Biennale in Architecture, unceded voices of the land. For the first time ever, a group of Indigenous architects from this country were able to present to the world their perspectives, their sensibilities about architecture and the importance of the land to the rest of the world. My sincere hope is that we will be able to see that exhibition here in Canada, because I think it's important for all of us to know the special place that these very skilled and visionary architects played on the world stage. Now that these markers have been installed here at Humber College, I think we actually might reflect on the words of the legendary architect Douglas Cardinal. He was the one who led the unceded team. And he, in explaining about the exhibition, said it was intended, and I use his words, to call all of us to question the neutrality of built environments and the land where they rest. offering insight into what a world informed by an Indigenous worldview could actually look like, one that expresses both a reverence for nature and, of course, for our future generations. Humber College does not stand on neutral territory or on a blank state. Infused within it is the history of the Anishinaabe peoples and others, and I too pay tribute today to the Mississaugas of the New Credit, of the Credit. Changed their name along the way. This territory reminds us of the spirit of kinship and mutual obligation which springs from the treaties that were signed originally with the Crown. These markers will call everyone who passes by to appreciate their history and spirit, and to see how both of those, history and spirit, were actually influenced by geography and the land. Because place matters. And if there's one thing I've learned from my hundreds, if not thousands, of conversations with Ontarians, it is that place matters to them. Our identities are shaped both by the natural environment and also by the built environments around us, as well as by the perspectives of those who share the land with us. And these relationships are inscribed in buildings and landscapes, and these markers actually have the power to change the way that students, faculty, staff, and visitors to Humber will understand their surroundings and even one another. They encourage learning and sharing of Anishinaabe stories, and therefore represent an avenue for much needed cultural understanding and inclusion. The traditional teachings that they evoke are essential and can inform our ongoing efforts to build sustainability and resilience in a time of such significant change. Any solution to challenges such as climate change, loss of biodiversity, inequality, food security will be incomplete if it's not informed by the perspectives of generations of Indigenous peoples. Very specifically, these markers also honor the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's 79th call to action, commemorating the contributions of Indigenous peoples to the history of what we currently know as Canada. And they are, in the words of Marie Wilson, crucial steps along the long and necessary paths of reconciliation and respectful healing. So I congratulate Humber College for embracing this project and for its demonstrated commitment to reconciliation and inclusion. And as the MC said, post-secondary education and traditional knowledge can and must be a part of the future and must intertwine. I also want to congratulate Ryan Gorey and David Thomas and their team for the thoughtful and creative design. I'm glad Ryan is able to be with us today and that his family is also able to share this morning with us. Sometimes, you know, we get caught up in the daily activities and challenges that we all face, both professionally and personally. The future seems so far away. And in fact, in this age of unprecedented complexity, when we're virtually interconnected as never before, it can be very easy to feel uprooted and unmoored in time. These markers can actually ground us. Through them, we better understand our place in the world in relation to one another and to those who've come before. We walk in the footsteps of those who went before. Long may they endure for generations to come. Thank you very much. Enjoy the morning. Learn this morning. Merci, miigwech.
Thank you very much, Your Honor, for those kind and insightful words and for providing a unique perspective on this momentous occasion. I'd now like to introduce Jason Hunter, Vice President of Student and Community Engagement, to say a few words about this project that he and Shelley have been instrumental in leading. Jason?
thank you, Chris, and thank you again to the Honourable Elizabeth Dowdeswell for being here. It's really great to see you again. Her Honour has been a great supporter and a great champion of Indigenous education in the province, as you are well aware, and was generous with her time while we were all visiting the Venice Biennale in relation to this project. So it's so nice to see you again. Thank you so much for coming. To introduce you to the project, we've prepared a special video for everyone to provide some additional insight into the development of the Indigenous cultural markers and the historical context that they provide about the migration and presence for many centuries of Indigenous peoples along the Humber River waterway, and in particular, the current location of Humber College. We think you will see some familiar faces in this video. So over to the video.
The cultural markers are speaking to specific migration story of Anishinaabe people in this region, the GTA, right out to the Lake Simcoe region in the north. The inspiration for the project was really in response to this whole notion of a land acknowledgement. So we were looking at a contemporary way to explore that.
Right from the outset, we started with a one-day visioning session that started with most senior elder, James Dumont, telling the story of the great migration of Indigenous peoples throughout the Humber River. With that story came the opportunity to have dialogue with some of our Indigenous students, non-Indigenous staff, faculty, to just be a part of that process, which was in large part educational, but then started to help to get the creative juices flowing.
It's important to celebrate Indigenous culture and history at Humber so that we can continue to acknowledge these stories and our history here. As a student, it feels really good that I had a small contribution in this process.
I'm really quite proud of the commitments that Humber has made to Indigenous education. One of the values that is new to the strategic plan that I think we're really demonstrating is the value of courage. And I think we are taking our own unique path, developing that path for ourselves, and I think it takes courage to do that.
We also have a responsibility to ensure that we provide as many histories, education, and knowledge about the land that Humber is on. It's our hope that we can help increase the overall health and wellness of the student experience at Humber.
Thank you. What I really love in that video, in addition to seeing how well the markers have turned out, is how involved our students, the Aboriginal Resource Centre, and the many elders and community leaders who provide us guidance have been involved throughout that process. Specifically, at this time, I would like to again acknowledge Elder James Dumont, who you saw in the video and who has been mentioned previously, who has provided his wisdom in the culturally authentic stories that are now woven into the fabric of our institution. There was strong interest in doing something unique and contemporary that would resonate with Indigenous peoples and help to educate the entire Humber community on the history of the college's oldest campus. I think we have accomplished that. This project would not have been completed without the tireless and iterative work and creativity of Ryan Gorey, who is here with us today, and his family. Thanks, Ryan. For anyone who hasn't seen Ryan, just give a wave. And of course, I also wanted to acknowledge Dave Thomas and the rest of the Brooke McElroy architecture firm. They are incredibly thoughtful, insightful, and respectful of the voices of our Indigenous communities. From our team, I also would like to acknowledge Scott Valens, who provided his expertise in shepherding of this project. So thank you, Scott. I believe their efforts have been rewarded, as images of Humber's Indigenous cultural markers were included as part of Gorey's and Thomas's submission to Unceded Voices of the Land, which was curated, of course, by the Venerable Douglas Cardinal. Unseated is a showcase of Indigenous architects from Turtle Island at the 2018 Venice Biennale of Architecture. And Ryan and several of his team members are in the audience today, as I've mentioned, and thank you again for all of your efforts. As Chris mentioned earlier, today's important event is another foundational step for our strategic plan. Humber has prioritized accessible education as one of our key strategic pillars, with a strong and specific focus on Indigenous education. The overarching goal is to expand and enhance Indigenous programming, methodology, research, practice, and delivery. There are two specific commitments within this goal. The first is to implement the Indigenous Education Plan, our Indigenous Education Plan, which outlines programs, services, internal and external partnerships in support of Indigenous learners and communities. Humber has been a leader and continues to be a leader in implementing innovative Indigenous programs and services over the past several years. But I think this most recent commitment will strengthen the mandate to formally roll out our cross-institutional strategy for future initiatives. The second task is to honor authentic Indigenous voices by enacting the protocol for Indigenous community engagement, which advances cross-cultural engagement, mutual respect, and understanding. As mentioned, both of these commitments will formalize many existing initiatives and provide a framework as we continue to envision ways to better engage Indigenous students and educate our entire Humber community. I'm confident that under Shelley's leadership, with my colleagues in the Aboriginal Resource Centre and the genuine commitment of our entire community here at Humber, we will continue to make great progress in our efforts to address truth and reconciliation at Humber. These Indigenous cultural markers are a specific physical and symbolic demonstration of Humber's commitment to advancing truth and reconciliation and Indigenous education. As mentioned in the video, I am really proud of Humber's courage to go through our own process and develop our own approach, respecting the voices of our Aboriginal Education Council, elders, and our Indigenous students. We have made significant commitments, beginning with the signing of the Indigenous Education Protocol in 2014, and we are investing in Humber's future by acknowledging both our history and our role as an educational institution to advance Indigenous education. It is important to celebrate Indigenous culture and acknowledge our colonial history because it is our history as an institution and as a country. Telling historical truths with and through Indigenous voices and providing our community with the means to educate ourselves is a critical step toward truth and reconciliation. While we can be a part of the larger process on a provincial and a national scale, and I think we are, we still need to remember that we need to start right here at home. Thank you for being with us today. Your attendance here is a demonstration of your interest and commitment to work with us as we continue on our journey. Miigwech.
Thank you, Jason, for all of your leadership and guidance throughout this entire process. Your commitment to Indigenous culture and history on campus and your collaborative spirit with everyone involved in this project made this initiative a resounding success. At the conclusion of this part of our event, we invite you to stay and enjoy some refreshments. Humber's big on refreshments and celebration. Some of which has been provided by Nish Dish, an Indigenous catering company in Toronto. Lastly, I would like to invite our jingle dress dancers and drummers to rejoin us to lead us in a round dance. I'd like to encourage everyone to stand up now, if you are able to, and help us celebrate this historic event for the Humber community. Thank you very much. All right.